I have a dream, oh, I have a dream. Red, white, and blue, fly free, fly free. I believe, oh, I believe. Will you dream with me?
Good morning, everyone out there. Welcome to Changing Times. This is Wednesday, March the 23rd. This month's about over with, isn't it, Don?
Yep.
And I tell you, we are on show number 51. We are fast approaching 1 year, and next week will be 1 year. And we thank everyone from the beginning when we did human trafficking, and then we had about 8,000 people watching our show, to now we have many, many more than that. And we thank everyone to be watching our show and always share. We're live on Acts Media Group Facebook page at 10 a.m., on YouTube at 10 a.m. We're on Twitter, Daily Motion, Rumble, and LinkedIn.
Yep.
And I think Jim Whining told us at dinner the other night we'll be on some other social networks. None that I'll know how to get on myself, but there will be a lot of smart people out there, smarter than I, that will know how to get on them. And that will just mean thousands of more people that will be able to enjoy our show. And we've got a great guest today, John Wilson. So how are you doing?
I am blessed and highly favored. How are you? Thank you guys for being on. Letting me be on the show.
Well, you're
today.
welcome. You're one of our favorites. We've been talking about you for quite a while. Light the Way Ministries, you and Beth, and have that. And we're going to talk to John, and we're going to talk about, and Don's going to start it off and talking about what they're up to, what they're going to be doing with concerts. They are actually churches without walls. They're reaching people every day, every week, every month, wherever they go, whatever town they go to, and have these outdoor concerts or indoor concerts. They reach people. And that's a certainly good thing. I'm Lynn Morris.
And I'm Don Blackard.
And we are glad to be here. I want to do just, Don, a few announcements real quick, because we've started doing that. So listeners, get your pen and paper out. And so if there's an announcement in Southwest Missouri, now listen, some of you may just be tuning in. We are being seen all over the United States, all over the country, and we also are being seen around the world. So some of these announcements aren't going to help you if you're someplace else, because if you don't send us an announcement, you can send it to Lynn, L-Y-N-N, Morris, M-O-R-R-I-S, 2012 at gmail.com. So I hope you had a pen and paper, because you could let us know and we'll tell you what's going on. But all over the country right now, guys, there are lots of parents beginning to wake up and wanting to know what their kids are being taught, what the curriculum is all about, whether they're teaching things that they don't believe in, whatever. And I don't want to get political in here, but I'm just telling you right now, school board elections are in April all over the country. Parents need to get involved. There is a school board meeting tomorrow night in Ozark, Missouri. So if you're from the Ozark, Missouri area, I'll be there at that school board meeting. I like to go to school board meetings because I'm a commissioner. I like to go to all my school board meetings. And you're welcome to come at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. There'll be a lot of parents outside, I think, with signs, because they have a right to do that. But I'm not judging those people or saying yes or no about that. I'm just saying get involved with your kids' schools. Another announcement, we've had this gentleman on too, Don, the Freedom Journey that's down in Branson, Missouri. They are, for the first 3 years, they were just open part-time. This is the first year. They're just now opening up, and this is the first year they're going to be open daily each week. So it's a full-time operation. They're at the Yellow Ribbon Theater, which is a really nice theater down there. So nice seating. And what they're doing is they are a group that kind of talks about tyranny, talks about the founding fathers, talks about faith, talks about all the things that the founding fathers had to do and where our country came from and where it is today. And so it's just a tremendous interactional type thing with videos and live people singing and acting and doing a lot of stuff. So we highly recommend it. We'll have them back on. We'll have them back on too. You can get tickets by calling 417-544-0372. So 417-544-0372. So you don't have to live in Missouri to go to Branson, Missouri. We know because of Silver Dollar City, because of Johnny Morris and all his great golf courses and everything that's down in the Branson, Missouri area, that people from all over the country and world come to Branson, Missouri. If you come to Branson, Missouri, we highly recommend that you take your kids and grandkids to Freedom Journey in Branson, Missouri. Another thing I want to talk about is I know what it was. Oh, judges all over the country. I'm sure all over the country. The April elections, then you've got the August elections, then you've got September elections, you've got November elections. You've got lots of elections coming up this year. And so if you're a person that would like to be a judge, I know in Christian County, they would love to talk to you. Trying to find judges is hard. And so you can call Erin, just a great lady I work with at the courthouse. Call her at 417-582-4340. And she'll get you signed up to be, there's great benefits, pretty good money. And it's a very important day to try to make these elections go well, go smooth, fair elections, everything going just exactly the way it should. And so that's our announcements for today.
All
and
right.
we'll let you get started.
Well, it's so hard to believe we're on week 51, Lynn. It's just has flown by, and all these phenomenal guests that we've gotten to interview. Just such a blessing. Well, last week we had Springfield Business Journal on, and that was really enlightening. And I love to hear the integrity of their magazine and just everything that they feature about our area. And I brought up on that show that we live in such a phenomenal community. I mean, we live in a kind of a small community, but a big community at the same time. And I was really bragging on our area because we have the best of the best. People just don't realize that you don't have to travel far to get it. And when I think of the best, I think of Light the Way. So
right.
Really exciting. I mean, the fact that we have these headliners coming to town and all we have to do is just go purchase the ticket. So before we get into it today, I just want to say, if you're a procrastinator, this is not the season for that anymore. If you think you're going to wait around and get tickets at the last minute to just about anything anymore, it's not going to happen. So you need to be really looking out into the future, making plans with your friends. What are you guys going to be doing? And I hope that involves going to Light the Way and getting some tickets to their concerts, because I know that's where I'm going to be. So
yeah, Don, you know exactly right. I mean, today, John, we all talked before the show started. You can save money today. You can save $30 right now. So it's a bonus for listening today. And the fact that this year you've had to move your venue, you're going to talk with Don about that. And the fact that you won't have quite as much space. So there will be less people, but it'll be sold out every night. So it's going to be sold out. So don't wait till after it's sold out. Buy your tickets now.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, it just feels really good to have something to look forward to where you know you're going to be around like-minded people, and you can't put a price on that. So, John, just kind of tell us a little bit about the Thursday, April 7th. That's the first concert you guys have coming up this year. And tell us about who's going to be performing, where it's going to be at, and where they can get tickets.
Well, yeah. So again, thank you guys for allowing me to be on the show today. It's always such an honor when I see that Lynn calls and I know what he's asking for. So I immediately go to my calendar and start erasing appointments just so I can make sure I can meet the one that he's requested for.
I think I thought on the phone you were doing that too. So.
No, but it's always great to be here. So we have obviously we do different concerts throughout the year outside of our festival. We're just mostly known for our festival that happens in July. But as you said, April 7th, we have a concert coming up, which is quickly approaching. And it's with We Are Messengers. So if you're a festival follower and a fan of Light the Way, you will know Darren from We Are Messengers. Very anointed young man. Just a great entertainer and loves the Lord. And he expresses that so beautifully through his music and his performance on stage. And we have the honor of kicking off his first tour. I think it's 14 or 15 dates, I believe. And we're the first one of that tour, which is called the Wholehearted Tour. And it will actually be in Marshall, Missouri, which is just north of Sedalia. We've partnered with the church up there, Family Worship Center. and great church, great family up there, and they've invited us to come and produce this show. And funny thing is, tomorrow morning, you're hearing about it now. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., you can buy 2 tickets and get 1 free at
Wow.
this show. So you could take advantage of that. And all that is also on our website at lightthewayministry.com. But it's we've got We Are Messengers out, obviously headlining the event, and then Apollo LTD and Stephen Stanley. So 3 great artists all in one night.
Good.
So and the tickets already are only $20. So buying 2 and getting the 3rd one free, I mean, you're saving quite a bit there.
Sure.
And those are limited. So that's a pretty small venue, about 600, 650. So those tickets will probably sell pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I bet it'll be sold out.
Now, on your website, you can see all the upcoming concerts.
Yeah, absolutely. All of our upcoming concerts, including our festival and tickets and any information. We also have a blog on there as well, where we're always updating different things and throwing out different devotions out there and different things like that. So,
well, I just want to say, if God has put somebody on your heart and you've been praying about this person and you're hoping that God moves in their life, there is nothing better than saying, hey, you want to come to a concert with me? I got you a ticket. I mean, that will just pay off dividends for the kingdom. So if you want to know a way, that's a way, is get some to one of these concerts. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, yeah, I think so, because the biggest thing is, music has a way of entering your heart without your permission. And us as Christians, we tend to find it hard to even witness to people. And, we're not all pastors. We're not all evangelists. And sometimes it's challenging to talk to someone about Christ. It's a lot easier to invite them to a concert, and you just get their ticket for them and sit with them and let the Lord do the rest. And that's how easy it is.
That was great.
Absolutely. Well, you guys' website's very impressive. It's just very aesthetic to the eye. It's very artistic. I mean, for Light the Way, it fits you guys very well. If you haven't went and looked at their website, please do. You will be glad that you did. It's a great website to just kind of explore. Like he's saying, you have the blog, you have the upcoming stuff coming.
So how do people get to that website?
Yeah, so they can just go to lightthewayministry with a y.com. Okay. And it's funny you said that. We just launched a brand new site last week. So it's all redone. It's all brand new. It's all redesigned. And even we made it mobile friendly too. So most people are using their phones, and it just fits perfectly on the mobile device. And so there's so many different things. And, also outside of that, we launched this year a new program, how people can support us even more so than just attending a concert. But we launched a new program called Mission Members, and it's a monthly commitment. You pick the amount from as low as $25 to $100. And what that does is supports us to go out and do more events, different mission work and things like that. Matter of fact, we're going on a missions trip in Louisiana right the day after our We Are Messengers tour. We're going to be down there for 8 days, building homes and redoing roofs in just a town called Laplace, Louisiana, which is just right outside of New Orleans. And that, they were impacted by the Hurricane Ida last year, I think it was. There's still homes down there that are destroyed. And we're going down there for 8 days and building roofs. So with Mission Members, what that does, it helps us financially afford to go down there and do that. But there's also great perks that come with that. For an example, because we're in the music industry and we do a lot of concerts in our festival, by being a Mission Member, you get first updates on anything, on any new artists that are coming our way, new concerts. You're the first to know before general public. You're the first to get your tickets, and we let you in some cases, an hour before the regular doors open, so you could pick your seat. You could win exclusive signed guitars, meet and greet options. There's so many benefits to being a Mission Member, more than just supporting us in our mission, but benefits for you being a monthly supporter. And you can cancel at any time. You can start, you can come and go, whatever you want. It's all there for you. And that's on our website too, as well.
Well, let me ask you that. So I saw that. So how do they sign up?
It's really simple. You just go to the website, fill out the form. You just put your name, address, phone number, and what payment source you're wanting to use, and then automatically gets taken out until you stop it.
Can they just choose an amount? I mean,
You can choose an
'cause
amount
somebody
anywhere.
might be able to afford $100. Somebody might be able to afford $10.
Right. So the lowest amount on there now is $25.
Okay.
So it's 25, 50, 75, and 100. So you got 4 different
Per
options
month.
per month. If
Okay.
someone wants to say, well, I can't do 25, I can do 10, just call us up. Our
Yeah.
information's on the website,
Yeah.
and we can go in the back end of it and readjust it to where only that amount is coming out.
Yeah, for that person,
Mhm.
those people, that $10 is the same as 25 or 50
Right.
to somebody, or 100 to somebody
Oh,
else.
absolutely.
And so, yeah, I'm glad you're doing that. 'Cause,
Right. And it's for as little as $1 a day.
Yeah.
I mean, we spend $5 probably 3 times a week on coffee.
Yeah.
And what did that do other than make you feel good for about an hour?
Well,
You know?
I don't do it, but
I do.
But a lot of yeah, my daughter does it. A lot of people do it.
It's just
but,
this gives more of a meaning impact
Yeah.
for us to go out and reach the lost.
Well, and it's a mission field. So you're
Absolutely.
being part of that mission field by giving and being part of the overall mission.
All right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think that's a tremendous idea. So
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're excited about it.
Yeah.
Well, Lynn, you want to talk about the festival?
Yeah, let's just so the big festival that you've
Mhm.
always had at Rogersville that
Yeah.
Jan and I went to last year, and we just enjoyed it so much. And it would hold up to 25, 30,000 people.
Our biggest crowd was in 19 when we had 42,000.
Oh my gosh, 42,000 people. So this man knows how to run concerts and
Well.
happens to be Christian concerts. But so now,
Mhm.
because that land had been bought
Mhm.
or sold to someone else, weren't able to maybe guarantee you could use that land.
Right.
And so you've had to move to Springfield, Missouri,
Yeah.
and to the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds, which
Mhm.
a lot of people in Southwest Missouri know where the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you may only be able to get 8 or 10,000 people
Mhm.
in each night.
Mhm.
And so you've got a concert coming up July 15th and
Mhm.
16th. So that's a Friday and Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And so who do you got on Friday night?
Yeah, so this is our annual music festival, known as being Missouri's largest Christian music festival, and we've got a great lineup this year. We're super excited. Friday night on July 15th, we've got Crowder that's going to be headlining the night. We got Big Daddy Weave, which has been a huge request for this area. Riley Clemens, George St. Croix, and an amazing artist that you guys are going to come to know and love. His name is Ben Fuller. Amazing testimony how he came from being a country artist in the secular world and ready just to end his life. And as a matter of fact, if I'm hearing the story right, and forgive me if you're watching, Ben, and I'm ruining your story, but he shared his testimony to us in Nashville in a conference last year where he had a gun to his head and was ready to call it quits. And his who she is now, his manager, called him and said, "Have you thought about going after Christian music?" And just had a radical change, and now is on fire for the Lord. And he's come to our festival, at opening up the whole thing. So you don't want to miss it from start to finish. Saturday, we've also got a great lineup as well, starting with our headliner, Lecrae, which is going to be really focusing and grabbing the younger generation. We're reaching that because our theme this year is revival. That's what the Lord's put on our heart.
We talked about that.
Yeah, back in, I think, the end of last year, maybe even the last time I was here.
Yeah,
we talked about it a little bit. And I knew that was coming, and I was just ready to go. So revival, I feel like, is reaching the younger generation, and what better way to do that than bringing in an artist that can relate to them. And that Crowder does an amazing job. So he's headlining us for us on Saturday. We've got Mosaic Worship out of California that's going to be there. Brandon Heath, Rhett Walker, Abby Robinson, and then a new artist, E.G. Thomas, that we just actually was introduced to. EJ just a few weeks ago, and oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to hear him. And then also, you guys may know this, Freedom City Church here in town with Pastor John. Their worship team is amazing, totally anointed, and we've invited them to kick off the Saturday night for us too as well. And then, of course, Rhett Walker, he's coming to perform on Saturday, but he'll be our MC on both days.
So the worship team for James River You said, is that
No, from Freedom City.
Oh, from Freedom City.
Freedom
Okay.
City Worship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Amazing. Pastor John and his wife are going to come and be a part of it. And we're looking forward to it.
Is that church, Don, that James River helped
I believe
support,
so.
It is.
financially supported? Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's what I was talking to Don. I mean, so we happened to go to, do you go there too?
James
Okay,
River.
yeah. And it's just amazing that in one service, one Sunday, when Pastor John said, "Hey, we need to help this church in Springfield. They're going to lose their building."
Right.
And people raised about $600,000.
A little over 600. Yeah.
Yeah, $600,000 in one service, in one Sunday, and paid off their debt. Also was able to buy a house across the street that they're doing tremendous things with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, that's just the power of, I believe, the Lord through those people that gave over and beyond everything else that they give. So it's an amazing thing. Well, I think it's going to be great. And then you're also going to have, did you say Rhett Walker?
Yeah,
he's the MC.
He's going to be emceeing both nights.
Have I heard him before? Was he?
Probably. He's been in town. We've done some stuff with him before.
I think I've heard he's good. He's good too. But is he going to sing too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured he would. And he's your MC both nights.
Yes.
Well, that's great. And then special guest, we're going to have probably Missouri Governor Mike Parson.
Yeah, he's reached out to us and he has confirmed that he'll be there. Not sure if it's going to be that Friday or Saturday, but as we get closer to the time, he'll let me know. And,
well, that's great. We'll have the First Lady of the state of Missouri, along with Governor Mike Parson that I served with up in Jefferson City. And that will be a great thing. I'm sure he'll bring some family members and stuff like that. So that will be good.
Yeah.
That's just perfect. Well, hey, we're going to take a real quick break. We're not stopping, so don't go away. But I do want to talk about our sponsors. We're extremely proud that we do have 2 sponsors right now, still looking for 3 more sponsors. But this is helping us to continue to buy better equipment, more equipment. Don and I would love, and we pray about it all the time, and it will happen. We'd love to have a phone system inside this studio where you all could give us a call. So while you're watching the show live, if something, say for today, that John Wilson says something that really piques your interest and you want to know more about it, you could actually call the number and dial in. We'll answer it, and then we'll get you right on the air. And I just think it will just add a tremendous dimension to our show. We're going to get there in raising our money and do that. But Brad Pistow is a sponsor that we actually have had on our show. He does a great job on our show, and he's been very generous to other people that we've had on our show, donating money. Right, Don?
Absolutely, yeah. He took care of Harmony House's toy drive this year when we were raising money for toys for Harmony House. And he didn't want anybody to know. And I said, everybody's going to know. Sorry.
Yeah. That's the kind of guy Brad is because he does a lot of things, like a lot of people, but he doesn't really want any attention. But anyway, Brad Pistow is a certified fiduciary financial planner. I actually use him. I put all my retirement money in his account. I noticed the stock market was down 130 points this morning. It's been going up and down. Kind of hard to make money right now, the way the stock market's been going. In fact, actually, since the first of the year, I don't think the stock market really has made much money, except for the people that's selling it and things like that, because it's still going up and down too much. But anyway, we don't know where it's going to be. But the good news is when you work with Brad Pistow, he has plans that you'll never lose a penny of your money. Your principal, the interest that you're making, you're not going to lose the money. And so I don't have to worry about the stock market going up and down. He's located in Ozark, Missouri. His telephone number is 417-581-9222. 417-581-9222. And you say, well, I don't live in Missouri. Well, that's okay. He's licensed in several states. And so he can help you. And if he's not licensed in that state, he probably knows someone else that can help you that's just like him. And so you can call him up, and Lisa or Hunter will answer the phone, and they will give you information. They will send you information. They'll send you his book, Safe Money Matters, was his first book that he wrote. And it was a #1 best-selling book on Amazon for retirement living. And then he wrote a book before the end of the year, just like Don wrote her book before the end of the year. And your book was Big Henry.
Henry Bigtree's 100th birthday party.
Yeah. So that book, so both of them came out about the same time, bulletproof. And so he can even send you that copy if you ask for that. But I definitely recommend Brad Pistow. Also, Youngblood Motors Group, we've had John Whittaker on not too long ago talking about price of cars. Do you buy electric? Do you buy a hybrid? Do you lease? Do you sell? All the things. Talking about used cars, new cars, things like that. Youngblood Motor Group at 3525 South Campbell, 3525 South Campbell. They've got a phone number of 417-882-3838, 882-3838. They're located in Springfield, Missouri, and they sell new and used Nissan and Kias. And then used, they sell all brands. So if you want a pickup truck, big size pickup, little pickup, sports car, whatever, family car, economy car, they've got it all on their used car lot, which is right across the street from the new car lot on South Campbell. And they have a really neat thing where you can order online. So somebody like Don would do it. I wouldn't do it. I'll go and and deal with the salesman on the parking lot when it's hot. But young people that's smart, they would do this. They would actually pick out their car, buy their car online, trade their car online, make their own payments, get everything done online. And then the car would be delivered to their driveway. They'll put the family in the car, put the dog in the car, put the luggage in the car. They'll drive it around, go to the grocery store, whatever they want to do. And if they don't like that car, they have a 72-hour guarantee. They'll bring them a different car. So I think that's pretty cool. There's nobody else that does that. They've been in business 43 years, family owned. So that's pretty cool. So we'll get back and appreciate, though, if you live anywhere around that area, if you'll tell those people either Brad Pistow or John Youngblood Motors Group, let them know that Don and Lynn Morris sent you. They would appreciate that, and it would help us. And we're looking for, like I say, for other sponsors. So,
and if you want to be a guest on our show, if you have a show topic that you think Changing Times needs to cover, you can email me, mycreativeworkhorse@gmail.com, or Lynn gave his email earlier. But really exciting, if you're a guest on our show, you're going to get to be part of a party that Youngblood's going to be throwing for us this summer. And so I'm really looking forward to that because I love networking opportunities and like-minded people getting together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. To jump back into Light the Way, we have John Wilson here today. The upcoming festival the theme is revival.
Yes.
And that has been marinating very much with me because it's something that we're talking about at our church. We have a recovery program. And so we have a lot of people who step right out of prison and step right into our church. And, we've been talking a lot about revival starts from within, and then it burns outward. And so there's a scripture, I'm going to mess it up, but it's in Luke, and it says, I wish to send the fire, how I wish it was already kindled. So I'm really messing that one up, but we have to be kindled and ready for the fire. We have to be, already having something burn inside of us. And I feel like music does that. Like music really helps bring out the fire within us and helps us express that to other people. So, to be able to be coming to a concert, this is more than entertainment.
Yeah.
This is kingdom driven and kingdom purpose. And we're just really fortunate that this is coming to the area and that you have done all this work. I bet people can't imagine how much work it takes to bring in a big headliner like Crowder and just putting the event together and finding the space and all of that. So just encourage people to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a blessing. And I have an amazing team that is behind the scenes that makes me look really good, and I love looking good. But no, all the honor goes to those guys that are behind the scenes that work on this daily with me, and we fight through the trenches every day to be able to bring this platform. And the thing about revival is, a lot of people think, when you say revival, they think of a big white tent in the middle of a field and people falling on the ground and weird things happening, and that that's revival in a sense, but revival, what it actually means is reviving, coming alive. And it's inside, it's something inside. and it's opening up for the Lord to just really dump the Holy Spirit into you. And when you have the Holy Spirit, the Word says the Holy Spirit has power, and bringing that and opening that up for many lives. That's how revival starts. It's like a wildfire, and it just spreads and doesn't stop. And that's what we're believing in Southwest Missouri. We're believing, whether it's going to be through Light the Way or a church or whatever, we're believing that in Southwest Missouri, revival is going to start here. Yeah. And it's going to be soon. It's going to be very, very soon. I'm just hoping it starts on July 15th and 16th.
Well, John, and I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will start then. I think, and you and I both go to the same church, James River, largest church in the state, and happens to be just a few blocks away from my house. So
mine too.
So it's pretty convenient. We both live there. I can get there in 10 minutes, even though there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of people going that same direction on Sunday mornings. But normally I could get there quicker, but there's a lot of people. Yeah. But Pastor John Lindell has spoke about a revival. I think, last year when you were here, the three of us talked about this country needs a revival. This country is ripe for a revival. I was thinking this morning, our country is the best country in the world. It always has been. That's why so many people from so many countries have wanted to immigrate over here. And that's the founding people, all the people. We had people from everywhere that were the original founders of this country besides the founding leaders. And so a lot of people have descendants from many countries, and it's what's made our country great. We have a lot of challenges today. Our country is besieged with lots of challenges, and the world is besieged with lots of challenges. We can see, I think, because it seems like this war between Russia and Ukraine is so visible. So visible on phones, so visible on TV. And those people, those reporters, and some of them have already died and been killed, are firsthand. They're seeing it, and we're seeing it and hearing it. One of the things I saw this morning on TV, and I thought about you going to New Orleans, and hey, we pray for all the people in New Orleans. I think they may have had, in Louisiana, I think they may have had 30 different tornadoes last night. 30.
It's crazy.
Okay. Texas had about 20 the other night.
Wow.
And I think Louisiana had 30. The Parish 7 is really badly damaged. And that's one of the places that Katrina really did damage to. They're still trying to recover from that, plus 2 other hurricanes, plus a tornado. But one of the things that I noticed in Ukraine when they were posting some things on Today's show this morning I thought was interesting. And it just clicks in with what you're doing. They showed all these people, Ukrainians, working, throwing sandbags on these big trucks because they're going to try to block Russia from entering through by the sea. And so they're going to build these big walls, and then they'll be fighting behind them, and so they're going to try to stop it. But what was interesting was they had this band. So this guy was playing the drums. They had a singer playing the guitar and stuff like that. So they were playing peppy music while all the people were working, defending their country. Wow. So I got to thinking, when you were talking about you're going to go with a group to New Orleans and that little town, well, maybe you could find a Christian singer or somebody there.
I thought you were going to ask if I was going to sing. I'm like, no, probably not a good idea.
Well, I hope you can sing better than me, but
I doubt it.
That's why I actually like James River, because when I went to First Baptist Church for 37 years, my wife was always kicking me, and it made me mad. But she's always kicking me and hit me in the side, telling me I was too loud. And I don't know what that means. And so in a way, I thought I was a really good singer. And then go to James River, and it's so loud there. I can sing and nobody knows it except God. He knows it. Yeah. He knows I'm singing. Yeah. And so, I was telling the people just before this on the show before us, they were talking about they had a great show today on domestic violence today. And we had 2 ladies, I understand, that told their story about how they lived through domestic violence. And that's such a terrible thing. And we've had a great show, and your church does such a great job. Northside Assembly of God does such a great job. But I was telling them they were talking about singing, and I said, yeah. I said, when I was young, this is when I was in grade school, I got one of the top parts in a show. A show that we were going to do for our parents and everything like that. It was during Christmas time. And so my teacher told me this was a really important part. And so what I was supposed to do is go dum, 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 dum. Now it's hard because you got to keep in rhythm,
Sure.
And so I went home. I was so excited. I probably was about a fifth grader, sixth grader. And I went home and told my mom, I said, Mom, you won't believe it. I've got a leading part. And my teacher told me that I've got a leading part. This is really hard. And so I did it for her, and she laughed and says, oh, I'm really proud of you, And so I thought, well, you don't want me singing up on the stage or anything like that.
No, probably not. But we do need to get you on our stage as an elected official, with the governor.
Yeah, I'd love to introduce Mike Parson, because I've known him for quite some time, and he's just a great leader in our country, and a strong Christian man.
Yeah, he has a heart for revival too, which is so amazing that we have leadership at such a high level that's also focused on, allowing and being part of a revival movement. Right. And I don't think you're just saying that. I really feel like revival is going to start out here in Southwest Missouri. A lot of people who are in the spirit can really feel it too. And that God is aligning us and pushing us to do the work, to lead in for the harvest. I've been working on an evangelistic message with my sister-in-law, and I just passed my state boards as a cardiac sonographer. So I do ultrasounds of the heart. Wow. And, something that's really hit me is that we all need to be learning and knowing CPR, Christ preparing revival.
Oh, that's good.
Because it's coming. And if we don't know how to do CPR on people, if we don't know what ways that is, then, revival just isn't going to get the same momentum that it needs. And so we ourselves need to not be flatlined.
Right.
We ourselves need to do whatever it takes to give ourselves a jolt to come back to what God has called us for. And if you need to do CPR on somebody else, that's probably inviting them to a concert, getting them out of their element, taking them to an opportunity that they did not expect to hear from Jesus. But this is the kind of thing that they need.
Well, and the uniqueness that we have at our festival, it is not just a concert. It's not just amazing artists on the stage. I mean, we present the gospel every single night throughout both nights. This year, we are feeling in the spirit that we're going to have an overwhelming response of people, that we're bringing in not one, but two massive prayer tents to have areas where people can go and pray. We have over 100 prayer counselors signed up, ready to pray for people. And in this venue, you both have been to this venue. And if you're listening along, you may not, but if you have, you'll know what I'm about to say. But one of the things, that we've done since year one, 6 years now, hard to believe it's been 6 years, but we've always done on-the-spot baptisms throughout the day. Matter of fact, my wife got baptized in year 2. I got baptized in year 3, which was 2019. But we're bringing in an actual swimming pool that will set directly in the center of the crowd of this venue. So you've got the seating up top and then the seating down below. There'll be a pool where people can get baptized. Right below our 40-foot cross that will set right in the middle. Everyone will see it, so that people will be able to get baptized, have easy access to get baptized. You'll get a free shirt when you get baptized and clothed. We'll help you get back to your normal self. And but the thing about the idea of that is, it's people will see this and hopefully get inspired and want to make that move as well too. Either one of those days. So we're super excited about that. And then one other thing I want to mention, I had forgotten until I got the email, and you guys didn't know about this, and I didn't send it to you in our bullet point notes, but we just released an exclusive offer. Remember I was telling you about how you can become a mission member for as little as $25 a month and less than $1 a day? Well, if you sign up now for an exclusive offer, and it will go until I say stop, which will probably be very soon. But if you sign up to be a mission member right now, we will give you a free, exclusive, brand new festival t-shirt for this year that you won't even be able to buy this shirt at the festival. And you'll get 2 full event festival passes for the whole weekend.
Wow.
All you have to do is sign up to be a mission member today.
Wow. That is a good
That's all you have to
deal.
do.
That is a great deal.
And you'll get all those exclusive perks.
Wow. And you have a double X T-shirt.
For you, I need you to sign up to be a double mission member.
Okay, I could do that. I just know I'm just big and strong. I'm just big and strong, so I wear double X.
Yeah.
You know, and some of us just are kind of
right.
So we have to have
well,
that.
Go to our website, lightthewayministry.com, and get signed up, and just you both sign up.
I think that's offered. So everybody out there, if you live anywhere around the Missouri area, you need to come to this concert. I know people from Arkansas and other states are coming to your concert.
As far as Maine and Florida.
Yes. So this is something that's been going on for 6 years. Mm-hmm. This is going to be an awesome thing. So, Mr. Producer, how much time do we have left? 3 minutes? 5 minutes. Well, I got one more announcement I need to make. We had Carolyn McGee on our show. She is a lady that was born blind. Basically blind. She can see a little bit. In fact, she sends me these really long emails and never misspells a word. I can send a 2-line email and I'm misspelling something. Okay, my wife points them out, so don't worry. She's. I
have people that work for me do that to me all the time.
So my wife is the proofer, and so anyway, there's something really important going on that I wanted to talk about. Gary Wonder is a man who is a director of the what do I want to call it, the blind. What was that? The Blind Prevention Group. And they're doing Friday, April the 1st at the Doubletree Inn in Springfield, Missouri. National Federation of the Blind is what I'm trying to think. So National Federation of Blind. Gary Wonder told me to give out this telephone number. It's 417-771-9022. So let's give it again. 417-771-9022. It's free. Just go to the Doubletree Inn on Saturday. Call that number. Gary's going to get you fixed up at the Doubletree Inn in Springfield from 1 to 3. And it's going to be all kinds of speakers and programs dealing with people that are blind, either newly blind, because every day somebody comes up with a problem with eyesight. It's not something that you're sometimes always born with. It just happens. And so it's going to be about newly blind people, and then people have been blind for many years, how we cope, how they can succeed in life and still be a very important part of life. And so that's something that I hope that people that know someone that's blind will see. So very good. And then also I want to make sure, and then Don, I'll let you close this up. Next week, show number 52, we're going to have Dr. Charlin, Sharlin. He is a board certified neurologist. So his specialty is neurology. But what's interesting about him and why Don and I wanted to get this gentleman on the show, and he may have one of his other staff members or his wife, they're all part of the team. But he's a functional doctor. If you'll look up Google functional doctor, there are about 10% of the MDs and DOs in this country. So not a very big number. And they are functional doctors. What that means is they're kind of like a detective, and they're going to detect. So you come in and present that you've got hypertension, or in my case, diabetes. Okay, and now he's going to try to figure out, instead of me taking insulin and oral hypoglycemics for the rest of my life, or if you're hypertension, you're going to be taking blood pressure medicines for the rest of your life, they all have side effects. Every one of them has side effects. So instead of dealing with all those side effects and that extreme cost, these functional doctors try to find out what was the cause of that disease. And if they can come up with the cause and correct it, then you don't have to take medicine the rest of your life. I was a pharmacist and I sold thousands and thousands and thousands of prescriptions, but up to 1.4 million prescriptions a year. But I don't want you to have to take medicine. Listen to Dr. Charlin next week, because I think this is where it's all about. He's also going to talk about nutrition. He's written a couple of books. He's going to talk about nutrition. He's going to talk about different types of ways, and he believes in holistic medicine and stuff like this. So I think it's going to be interesting. So be sure and tune in for that. And in the very next week, we'll celebrate our 1 year. Okay?
Absolutely. All right. Well, April 7th, get it down on your calendar, July 15th and 16th, and make sure you go to lightthewayministries.com.
Very good. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Everybody have a great week.
Values the old time family. They dream this land stays